All right, all right, all right. Okay, so I'm Natanus Likens, and we are going to be getting into Empyrion today. Specifically, we're going to go into creative and have a little bit of fun because I've got an idea for a combat vessel. We are aiming for a slightly smaller combat CV, but I have some ideas on exactly what I need to put on it in order to make it effective. Um, yeah, we're going to see how this goes. I've tried several times before, and once we get into game, I will actually kind of show some of the previous builds that I've done. In past streams and videos, we have shown a little bit, but we haven't really talked too much about them or really nailed a combat CV just yet. And I have a much better idea for how I can kind of establish my style and, just go from there. So here we are. We are in my creative universe, creative world, however you want to put it. We left off on this guy over here that I was building based off of an image, but it's unfinished right now, and frankly, the CPU on it is already way higher than I intended. We had to use a whole bunch of large and extra large thrusters in order to get the thing to move. Um, yeah, it may come back at some point. I may continue working on it. Something I'm not sure at this point in time. It still has a lot of work that needs to be done on it. And then we've got the UNF Solitude, which is my main ship that I have built. This thing has been serving me as my main capital vessel for a while. However, it did have some problems, and we went and added some things to it. First and foremost was self-defense. The thing really didn't have enough turrets at the right angles, so we've added 2 more turrets on the end to it here and there. We've also added a tool turret and a couple of laser cannons on the side. It does work. It's not a very effective combat vehicle because it's not very maneuverable in comparison. Like, we just didn't have enough thrusters for the size of this thing. It is something I've been meaning to try and fix, but that means going beyond the CPU tier 2, which is something in my Let's Play world that I can't do just yet. I don't have the resources to do it. And actually, looking at this, we may have an issue with what I'm planning here. I forgot that this actually comes in a block. Hopefully we can work around that. Because that is part of what I want to tackle, is I've got a weird... Well, I think it's a weird idea for how we can tow a combat vessel with our Solitude version 2. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, up here we have the prototype Democles version 1 right here. It is kind of decked out with weapons, but I wasn't really happy with the shape of it. It looks a little too boxy, and some of the angles and everything just don't make any sense. And then the cockpit just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So I wasn't too happy with how this one turned out. And then I went over here and I made the Democles version 2. This one has a few more guns on it and a few less turrets. However, after looking into some of the details with weapons, I think we've put too many laser turrets on it. We do have drill turrets on it, or sorry, drill cannons and laser cannons, not turrets, on it. We didn't really need those. I just kind of threw them there because I thought it sounded good. But this thing again is it's a very odd shape. I'm not too happy with the overall shape because if we go down here, this is just completely flat here. And as far as like details around it, we didn't do a whole lot with the details on it. And even the back end is again just kind of flat. So that is something I want to tackle. And there is a specific thing that I've seen with a lot of other ships that I would like to try and work into what is becoming my design here with this kind of nacelle power conduit thing going on, and also the colors. And with this one, you can see that the nose of it is very flat too. Um, yeah, I was going for a particular shape on there, and I wasn't too happy with how flat the nose looked. That's why we did come in here and like embed this a little bit. It still looks a little too flat. But yeah, that's how that is. The gun barrel was another idea for a combat vessel, though I think I got the wrong idea with combat with this thing. So if we go over here and we look, all of these are like anti-personnel turrets. They're not ship turrets. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of those on there, and then we got, fake cannons here with the various types of antenna or relay devices that you can use. And the overall shape of this, I was a little bit happier with the shape of it. However, it felt a little too narrow and almost a little too boxy from the outside. Um, it is a little bit better, but it's almost too streamlined. Like, there's nothing really interesting to look at with it. It's just way too streamlined. And the whole reason I called it the gun barrel is because when you're actually piloting this thing and looking at it from roughly about this angle, it does look like you're aiming down sights of a pistol. So that's why I named it the gun barrel. But yeah, it again, I think I took the wrong direction with trying to make something that is actually like a formidable weapon, because this thing's even slower than the Solitude. Like, this thing is ridiculous when it comes to actual maneuverability and turning and everything. The stats don't really show it. It's not until you actually are piloting it. It's probably because of the overall size. That thing is absolutely massive compared to some of the other ships that I've made so far. Not quite as big as the Endeavor, though the Endeavor right now is currently dead because, just with the blocks in general, the size of that, we're already up to tier 4 with just the blocks. And I want to avoid that. The Diligent is a whole nother animal. That's a recreation of my ship from my Minecraft series, and I'm not really happy with the overall look and style of it. As much as I was trying to keep it as close to possible, it doesn't look right. It looks very, 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 very weird in terms of Empyrion, and I don't think anybody would even want to pilot this thing, especially with these bizarre intakes or whatever these are supposed to be. I don't know. I just kind of threw them on there from uh, a ship I looked up online. And this over here is it's a vanilla POI that I took and copied, and then I'm trying to edit and make my own thing. This is going to eventually be my space station once I finalize some of the design and then some of the color. We can go in here and see that I have done a little bit of texture work on it so far. So we got this kind of like tile-looking panels here. I don't really know what to call this, but we got this going down the side, and I just realized that this doesn't match up. This is angled. That's not. I may have to pick a different one. But yeah, this is still a work in progress, and one of the things I really want to do with that is make it look like we can get down to the bottom of it. This is all dark right now. I haven't finished it, and I need to recolor it so you can actually see it. But this is supposed to be a whole bunch of stone on the bottom. It's supposed to look like a floating island. This is kind of the idea I was going with there. But yeah, with that being said, and that's pretty much the CVs and the base that I've worked on. Let's go ahead and start experimenting a little bit and throwing some blocks together. So first and foremost, I've already got our capital vessel block here. I am going to be using combat steel for this, and we're just going to try and see if I can create the shapes that are in my head as of right now. And see where we can go from there, because I do have a base idea for what I want it to look like. And first things first, we need to decide on a few factors here. Let's get rid of this. I'm not sure how wide I want this thing to be. Um, let's just go ahead and place one. I'm not crazy about that particular color. We're just gonna go with that. That's not the right one. Or is it different for combat still? It may be different. Oh, that's because we don't have that on. Okay, there we go. We're just going to copy that, and I'm not sure how long I want this to be either. It just depends on where we end up having to put things. I do know I want this to be fairly small. We have to work on the nose within that kind of size. It probably actually needs to be a little bit smaller in order for it to dock properly. And then as far as height, I'm not really sure on the height. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that for now, and then I want to do this. This is mostly for reference. We're gonna refine the shape as we go. I don't know if I want that to come down further. I'm not sure how far out this needs to come either. Let's grab this. Because I do want it to do a certain thing. And then want this guy. I'm not really sure how far I want this to go just yet. That does need to be roughly about there. We could probably extend this out a little bit further. Yeah, I feel like we need to come out. Let's come out 3. Wrong button. So we're going to come out to right about there, roughly. Okay, so I do need to grab... I have a very specific idea I want to do with these guys, too. I want those buried inside there. Um... Hmm. Okay, you know what? That's fine for now. That's not exactly. We're just kind of trying to throw together an idea here. Because I may have to come out a little bit further. Maybe. Maybe. We need the shape. Then that one. That should technically correspond to that. And I did want to go a little bit wider. Now that I recall correctly. That's fine. We can play around with the shape a little bit. I kind of want this. I'm not sure if I want these that sunken back. Because I've really wanted it to be right about where it should. Right about where it should technically meet up. Whoop. So let's get rid of that. No, wrong button. So that should line up with that, but I don't want it to look like it's actually connected. I want it to be a gap. And then this guy. These should have been sunk in a little bit more. You know what? We're going to center these instead. Originally, I was thinking we were going to. So 2 of them right there. Yeah, that works. So that way we got 4 forward cannons. I don't know how expensive that's going to get, and that doesn't, yeah, that kind of goes against the style that I'm wanting to do here. We do need to give it some shape though, so let's just do that. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I am perfectly fine with that. We still don't have the space I was looking for though. So here. I don't want that style, I want this style. That's gonna butt up right against that. Okay. Um, let's go right here, center on where that is. I guess that does mean I want to come out over here one further. Might have to scooch all this back a block. I'm trying to think of space because the way I want to dock this thing is kind of interesting, to say the least. Oh, wrong button. Constantly hitting the wrong button. Oh, the joys. Okay, so this... I'm going to scoot that back. One. And actually, I don't mind this. Because I was thinking, where am I going to put this? Oh my gosh. There's another weapon we need to add on here. And that empty slot right there is probably going to be perfect. Okay, we can get rid of that. And there's that. Looks good to me. And that's pretty much all of our weapons on this thing. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, I guess we could come off of here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I want to come off of this spot. And do that. Okay, first off, we need to turn off this plane. And from here, I know what I want. Let's see how we can do this. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of mediums because I want to do. Affect something like this. Okay. Kinda got the gist of what I'm going for here. No, that can stay like that. This. Nope, that's not gonna work. So if we did it here, well, first things first, we need to fill this in. I guess technically it would. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do that. Okay, next up. We got kind of that shape going on. Feel like we could do a little bit more with it though. Actually, I don't feel like we got enough space to do that. We'd need an extra layer of thickness there. Okay, yeah, that actually does work like that. Yeah, that works. Okay. Um, I don't think it's perfect by any means. It's a little too flat. Just a little too flat. Hmm. Oop. Yeah, that kind of does the job that I'm looking for. And we need... Where is it? Where is it? This one. Can't really be there because of that. It's kind of poor planning on my part. Nope. Oh, we can't do that. Well, that figures. Yeah, we kind of backed ourselves into a corner there. Okay, let's... Let's back up. Because we did a couple of things wrong here. First and foremost, that's right there. So it's touching where I want to have some shape. So that's not going to work. I always see these on, I don't even know what to call them, but like this nacelle kind of design, I always see these on various people's ships, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And then I go and I start working on the ship, and I don't do it, and I'm like, well, where could I have put it? Yeah, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right, so we're kind of, I want to purposely do this and actually experiment with this kind of style. And try to, like, incorporate it into my style. Whatever my style ends up being. Whatever that is. As of right now, I have no idea what my style is even gonna be like. Okay, one thing I do want to do also... extend that out just a little bit because I do want to be able to put some shape in there, and we've got this whole support structure like immediately in the way. You know what? We're going to... I'm going to strip that down. Okay, it's connecting there. Okay, it's connecting there, and then we've got a very finite shape because I can't do anything there. Nope. Go there. Go there. Let's try something. Let's go there and go there. And boink, boink, boink. Let's give it a slightly different shape. Different setup. You can go away. In fact... Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. So realistically, we want to go with these. Back into this. And honestly, we could potentially... do like that. So now that we got our blocks kind of lined up, do something like that. And here... uh, no, I'm not too against that. I don't think it's great, but I'm not too far against it that I'm not gonna do it. So the next thing, I still want to try and get that in there. So we could do this, maybe. Maybe. Come to think of it, I don't think we have a proper... I think that's the closest we've got to a proper piece for that. And then we gotta go here for that, and then again, we don't have... I've got no way to connect that there. Eh. Oops. That should go up there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that's one thing. Now, the other, we need to get our lefty-righty, uppy-downy thrusters in. Which is something I haven't really considered in terms of where they're going to go. I mean, I had an idea. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people who could fight the fights that we never could. Oh, no. So really what I feel like is I want to go every 3. No, I want to go more than 3. Which may end up extending this quite a bit. Because, let's just go ahead. I'm just going to extend it all the way back here. We can remove it later. I really hope I don't go that far back. I actually don't want to be longer than these, because otherwise they're going to look funky being so close. And also we've got these turrets in a position where they can't fire at the sides. That's not good. If anything comes in at the sides, it's not going to work. We need to push these back a little bit further. Oh, that's not what I intended to do. I wish we really could just pop it off and move it. That'd be awesome. Excuse my clicking while I think. That is to clue everybody into, I've done something wrong, how do I fix it? I gotta figure out what to change here. It's just a bad habit that I've got of doing that. You know what? We're gonna move on and think about where that's gonna be in a minute because we can just do other things. First and foremost, where is this guy? So what I want to do here is I want to replicate my little power conduits and everything. And in between those, that's where I want my lefty-righty thrusters. So I'm thinking 4, no, let's go 3. Because I want to do something specific here. I'm not sure which one of these to actually, let's just go with this one. Let's go that, then that, then thruster. The thruster's facing the wrong way. There we go. And what did we do? We ended up going 3, so let's go 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Copy, paste, copy, paste, thruster, oink, oink, oink. And I want to have 3 of these total. That's the wrong block. So we did not go far enough. Okay, so those need to move way back here somewhere. We're going to work on the overall shape a little bit more here soon. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, the internal size is going to work. The other thing I wanted to do, I don't know if we can. Ah, wrong. Yeah, we might be able to. I wanted to have like an interesting little ledge here, though we're not going to have the big ledge that I was thinking we were going to have. And we're just going to bring it all the way back for now. And because we didn't do that, I gotta fix that. So basically the idea is there's like a little gap there that makes it look like this isn't exactly connected like you would think it is. And gives it a little bit of interest. I'm not sure how much interest it gives it, but it does give it a little bit of interest. And we still got the issue with this. We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, so I want to move these. I feel like we're getting a little too big. We might be able to shorten these down to every 2. Which is going to really shorten. Oops. The overall idea here is we don't want to. We want this to be as small as possible and still be functional as far as like having a combat CV is concerned. What? Okay, we can get rid of that. This still feels a little bit long, but I do want to have that like power conduit kind of look. For that matter, we actually could sink this down a little bit and bring it forward. Yeah, let's bring it right there. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, yeah, that works. And we can even... Not that one. Wrong one. That one. Put something like that there. And then we can kind of continue on this. However, I do... That sounds like a good idea to me, actually. We're just gonna carry this all the way down for now. We need to move this. And I want the cockpit over here somewhere. And cockpit's gonna be kind of small. Wait. Oh, we got that active, so all this got put down here too. That portion's fine. I don't want this. That there, this here. We need that shape goes next. And then technically that shape would be next. Let's not. Let's just do 1, 2. No, because we need to come out a little bit. Hang on. No, where? Oh, we haven't. We haven't done it yet because I originally said no. There. Dirt to dirt. Technically that goes there. Boink, boink, boink. No. Needs to start flattening out. Let's do this. I feel like that should just flatten out there. Very narrow little cockpit area. That's what I'm thinking. So this can go bye-bye. And that also means that we can come out here. Let's give it a little bit of unique shape there. Yeah, I seriously put a block all the way over here. Sometimes the range on this like really gets me. Like it's a bit ridiculous at times. Okay, so if I recall correctly, we did that there. Yeah, yeah, that's roughly about right. And then this was there. Nope. This one. Right. Yeah, and then we had that there. This can go here. Actually, I feel like we can eliminate this middle section. And we can do some other things with that. And then we need not yet. Need this. Fill in all of this area. now we take this. Let's kind of line this thing out. We need that there and there. Nope. That goes there. This. Wait. Yep, we accidentally hit that. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, so this here, that there, and this. All goes there. We can take this guy and just shuffle it around till we get the right one. Not perfect, but we don't have a small enough shape that really fits in there. Do we? Thought this one was round. No, it's not. Aha! Maybe we do have a shape. Yeah, I'm completely wrong. We got a shape that fits that perfectly. There we go. That looks a little better. We can't do anything about that stupid corner there, unfortunately. Would need a very special piece to fit in that. Okay, so now what? Yeah, now I feel like we need to grab that and boink, and then boink those there. This can go away. We need that one. It's on its side. That can go right there. And then we need to figure out how to flush this whole thing out in the back. I was thinking we can do... Yeah, that needs to be there. Let's Let me in. Let me in. Oh right, we need our uppy downy lefty righties. Or no, we got our lefty righties. We need our uppy downies. I'm not sure where I want to put these. I can put one here. One there. And I guess one there. Okay, that's our up. Now for our down. Let's just go right there. So we got our forward, our backward, our left, our right, and our up and our down. And we are under our 500,000 limit. Okay, we still got a lot of blocks to place on this, so hopefully we can do that without going over the limit. Because we still got a lot of stuff to put in this thing. Well, I was thinking that was going to be the perfect spot for that, but it's not going to be, is it? Oh, that's not going to work there. That's not going to work there. That one works, but it goes the wrong direction. That's not what I want. Again, that's going to work, but it goes in the wrong direction. Okay. Okay. wheel. Uh, huh. And then we create this awkward gap here too. Alright, so... Right. The only way I could fix that is by changing this to a different shape, which would be this one. Because then I can fill that gap in, but this kind of defeats the purpose of what I was about to do. Because I really like the look of the grates on top of the engine thrusters. I really like that look. But that's not going to fit up against this. Now what I could potentially do... is not that. See, that fits, but it's not... Hmm. This is one of those times where I really hate that they don't have shapes for every possible combination. Yeah, obviously that'd be a nightmare to actually do, but it's one of those things where we're just gonna have to accept it and move on, because there's nothing I can really do about that. It's just an awkward shape that we've made by happen chance. Now the other problem we've got with this beast... I feel like this does need to end probably about there. Let's knock you out. That's good, that's good. Yeah, again, we're gonna have an awkward area right here, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Not a whole lot I can do. Hmm. We're nearing the very limit. So we might want to go ahead and start flushing out the interior in here. And let's just go all the way there. Yeah, we got another awkward spot right there, but there's not, you can't, there's only so much you can do with some of the shapes they've given us access to. I know on the top no, I didn't actually fix that because it's a pain in the butt. We're not gonna have this matchup though. We are gonna do like that. And boink. So the actual um the actual cockpit area is gonna be very, very small, very tight. That's fine. We're not gonna worry about that too much. I do want to try and get all of the walls about too thick of combat still. But here's going to be an exception because we've got a hole there for nothing. This doesn't have to be. We're just trying to make a flush room here. And the rest of this, we got to figure out where to put some stuff. So one of the big things we're going to need in here is a shield generator, and a shield generator is not a small thing. It's going to take up a lot of space. Yep. Wait, why can't I move? Yep, so this thing is pretty big. There's not really a good spot to put it. So we're just going to put it there for now. I feel like the core should be alright where it is. I don't know that we're going to need 2 generators, but we're just going to go ahead and put 2. How we doing? We're over the 5,000 limit. Uh-huh. Okay. Is exposed to air. That one is not, but we do need to close that in. That's exposed to air. We can get rid of that. Why does it keep deleting 2 of them? I'm not deleting those. See? Oh. Oops. You didn't see anything. You didn't see that. Shush! Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Oh, did I do it again? I did it again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, hang on. Just so I don't keep making the same stupid mistake. There. Okay. Now I should be able to see them when I'm doing this. We're trying. Basically, what I'm trying to do is clear out any excess blocks, things that are not exposed to the outside, for any reason. Because they're taking up too much weight and CPU. Okay, so that one does need to be there. Okay, you're good. You can go. You can go. And I imagine that one would actually be exposed. Okay. So that dropped us down considerably. We're still over budget though for CPU power, and we haven't even really added everything. We still got a lot of stuff left to add in. I'm guessing part of it is we're like way over with. No, the combat still's not taking up as much as I thought it would. It's only taking up 32. However, the thrusters are. So we may have to drop down to smalls. And if I recall correctly, didn't I have to do that over here? I feel like the thrusters on the tops and the sides, yeah, small. Small, yeah, we ended up doing that over there. We're gonna have to do the same thing here, unfortunately. Hack. Because I remembered that this was a kind of big issue when I built the UNF Solitude. We had way too much invested in thrusters. Originally, it had a whole lot more going on with thrusters. Especially considering like some of the CPU costs of the bigger ones, like holy mackerel. Those things are super expensive. Okay, I feel like that does the job. Let's see. Yes, it dropped it way down. We're at 361,000. Our movement speed could be a little bit better. I almost wonder, can we... What does that do? So we're still under 500,000. We'll come back to that idea. I may have to do some tweaking. As of right now, it should work. It'd probably be a lot better as a tier. You know, on one hand, I don't mind that mistake so much. On the other hand, oops. That's like terrible looking. It was a big mistake. Okay, so realistically, this needs... that guy... Do we really need to do that back here? Okay, so how do I get this to... No, no, no. I guess that's where our entrance will be. Yeah, we almost could do... Yeah, well, let's just do it. I want to give it some shape back here, so... And actually, we could... Yeah, that works. Don't mind that. We do have a problem of being attacked uh, from the rear. I'm not too happy about the size of the cockpit. Seems a little small. I always have problems with the cockpit. It always seems off. And this just looks tiny. It looks absolutely ridiculously small. You know what? Let's move on. Boarding ramps. So really, I need a small boarding ramp as possible that reaches quite far. Oh. Whoops. I think I've still got it backwards. Let me in. Oh God, what did I do? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, yeah, that works. Now the next problem. One. Silly problem at a time. I don't know how well this is going to work as a combat CV. We'll see. It's not really what I want for my thrusters. Hack. Um, Change of plan. Let's go with this. Too close to the hole. It's getting hard to maneuver. It's fine. We'll fix that in a minute. Not really sure what I want to do on the inside there. We're just going to pick something at random and see if it works. Oh, and then we're going to have a problem here. Bring this down. Yeah, it's not gonna match up perfectly, but it is gonna like get the effect that we are pretty much looking for here. If I recall correctly, these were supposed to be that direction, or that orientation, however you want to say that. Okay, so that's completely done. I'm trying to think of what I want that to be. As far as this, I think we're gonna pick a different one. Oh, and I still want to do some detail work. Let's go with this. Well, that looks kind of out of place, so let's... What did we use? Nope, it's this one. Let's just go ahead and do this. So it looks cohesive. As far as this inner portion, I'm not really sure what I want it to be. However, what I am thinking is we are going to do something like gray with that. And do the same thing back here. So it looks like we're going to have to go and get our colors that we actually wanted. Our texture and then the dark color that we were looking for. Just like that. And then we got to go back over here because I wanted this. The idea is to make it look like, you know, the exhaust has messed up the metal a little bit. Now we probably could do a little bit more on that. I'm not sure. Please don't hit the sides. Okay. Yep. That's what we got going on there. I feel like we need to keep that for a second, and I want to go right down that section. We want to break this up a little bit. I know I'm going to have to go over there and fix those. For now, we're just trying to work on some of the coloring and the detail and everything, and so on and so forth. So most of this is going to be... It could be that. Or I always feel like that just plain blue is always kind of just boring. Oop. Undo. Actually, that needs to be that gray. That one needs to stay gray. We'll fix that. Still got this whole one to do. That one needs to stay gray. And that one needs to stay gray. And so we got a little bit of a detail thing going on there. However, we do need to come in here and break this up a little bit more. What's this? Oh, no, not that one. For some reason, I'm filling that right here in the middle. I'm not really sure why. I know that one produces light too, so it might be part of it. I'm not sure. I feel like that's pretty much it for the nacelles. This... do some of our traditional coloring here. I'm not sure what I want to do in those areas. I want to break it up some there and do something different. We'll fix that here soon. I'm not sure what I want to do here. We got no, like, detail blocks on this either. We need to add some detail blocks to it. Before we get there, we need to test out my theory on if this is actually going to work or not. So that means we got to come in here and we got to start adding some of the equipment to it. This, turn that off. Then this, we can get rid of these. I'm not really sure how much of each one of these I want. Just gonna do 4 and 4 and see, can we fit 4 in somewhere? No, we could do 3 and 3, but then we'd run... Oh, that could be really, really bad if we do that. I'm just coming in here because we got empty space there. We're just gonna do that. We turned off symmetry, so there's no blocks over here. Okay, so we got our generators in, we got our fuel tanks in. We need an ammo storage. And we also need... Where is it? Let's take that out for a second, put it there, put this one here. We need ammo storage. I feel like that may work. We're still good on CPU, so that should work. Very, very tiny, 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 tiny cockpit. I don't see any way around that. It's gonna be tiny. And I never can spot this thing either. That's the seat. I don't know. I can never find that. Okay, I want to do this one because we such a small cockpit area here. We did need to go a little bit smaller with the overall size of this thing. We definitely need to go a little bit smaller. Even these things could probably be a lot smaller. Save on blocks as far as CPU power and everything. I'm not sure if I like the position of this. It seems a little too far forward for what we're gonna do and test to see if we can do. I should have... Yeah, I do. Okay. Power's off, shield is off. Okay, that's fine. Feel like we ain't gonna have a choice here. It's gonna have to be these. Oh, that puts us right there. And I can't go anywhere else. Okay, yeah, so the few mistakes were made. We've really compacted this as much as possible. I feel like we've got a few mistakes though, as far as shaping. It is completely combat steel on the outside. I'm not sure if I like these nacelles now. Like, I feel like they add something, but at the same time, they just look funny on this style. I don't know. We're gonna keep them there for now. We need to... I actually don't feel like coloring any more of this because we need to test to see if my idea is even feasible. Because if it's not even possible for me to do the thing that I'm thinking I can do, um, then it ain't gonna matter. Oh, we do need... that. And this thing is unfortunately an even number, so we're gonna put it there. And then this thing is like absolutely tiny. I keep forgetting that this is not the same size as that. So we're just gonna shove you there because we do need that. I don't feel like testing the weaponry. We need to test to see if my one idea is gonna work. So everything is really compact in here. And I am not happy about this. This is just absolutely ridiculously small. Oh my gosh, the back end of this looks ridiculous. Alright, let's test out the theory. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna call it and say that that is a no. It's not gonna work. Okay, so the docking clamp emblem is lighting up there, so we are docking on that. If we land, it doesn't look like my one idea is going to be feasible. Yeah, so let's go over here and test to see if we can hang on. Did that actually... Oop. Okay, so it is docked. Can we just simply not get close enough to, that actually works. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that actually works. Hang on. Let's try this again. Where is... I'm all kinds of messed up in terms of direction right now. It might be a size thing too. Like we may not be able to dock to a smaller... It has to be like a certain size that we can dock to. Why am I going? See, can I get the nose dock or not? Because it may be a certain size thing, like it has to be a greater size before it can do that. Oh, no, we're docked. Okay, so it's just that I can't do it to the back? Am I not being... Can I not get close enough? Oh, okay. Hmm. I mean, I imagine if I wanted to really get ludicrous with this idea, I probably could make it work. Yeah, there you go. We're docked to it. Oh, please tell me that that's... Yeah, and the landing gear is down too. Look at that. We're not perfectly aligned, and I really feel like we need to come up a little bit. Let's not worry about that. I want... Let's shut you down. I want to see this. Let's see. Where... Yeah, I did add a bathroom to this. Oh, a lot of people were pointing that out, that there is no bathroom on the ship, along with medical stations. We did add medical stations to it, so we've got all that in. Can I seriously tow this thing? Oh my... I was not expecting this to work. I seriously was not expecting it to work. That is hilarious. We need to refine the shape a little bit and work on it a little bit, but we can do exactly the thing I wanted to do. And technically, that means that our ship doesn't need a warp drive. Technically speaking, it doesn't need one. that is that is that is ridiculous. I really didn't think that, that was gonna work. Even when I made the comment on a Discord server asking about it, I was even like, "Will this actually work?" And we need to refine the shape a little bit, but we there you go. We're docked. I think we're on the right path with the shaping of this one. I feel like we got plenty of weaponry on it too. We did do this thing that I really wanted to test out and see if we could like actually make it look good. Um, I wanted this gap to be a little bit more noticeable. And this ship is it actually smaller? I don't think it's actually smaller. Eh, it is a little bit smaller. We could probably go in and look at statistics and see the size. So the Solitude version 2 is a class size, so it's 2.12. This, oh my gosh, is tiny. I do think we need a few more thrusters on it. I feel like, well, at least for reversing, I think, yeah, there's only 4 thrusters on the version 2 Solitude for reverse. This has 6 total. I feel like we could put a couple more forward thrusters in this. The uh, the Solitude has 12 total. This, at the moment, only has 6 total. We do have this area down here that I was debating on putting them. In fact, let's just go ahead and test to see if we can do this. Yep. Oh, we're right up against that, so we do need to... No. I got an idea. We can do that. Let's see a thrust on this. It's good, and we're still pretty far under our mark. How much? 13,000. 26. I think we might be able to get away with changing out one of these for lefty-righty. Go and do the forward one. Oh. How about this one? So our side to side went up by like, I don't know, 3 or 4 points. So we're going 10 meters per second left and right now. The keep in mind this is also we're barely we're just using a tier 2 CPU at the moment, so we aren't planning for anything beyond tier 2 at the moment. Obviously, if we threw in some bigger thrusters, it would like be a lot better and more of them. Like if we changed out all these smalls to mediums, it would work a lot better. As of right now, this is pretty much what we got. What we can do. We can't do a whole lot. I really don't mind this orientation back here. I don't mind it. I'm not in love with it. It's kind of awkward, especially considering that there's nothing right there, but I'm not totally against it. In fact, we could actually change this again. We could, we could totally do something like that. Have a little bit more interesting shape on the back end there. I do need to go through and do this while I'm thinking about it. That one's already changed. So all those are yellow now. The front, the reverse thrusters are not. So there's that. All the thrusters should now be yellow. I don't really have a reason for doing yellow for my thrusters. It's just something that I just kind of started doing. And there's no real rhyme or reason to it, and there's no right or wrong either, so... Yeah, I feel like we could add a few more details here and there. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. We could also do all the coloring of everything. I need to figure out what to do with this shape because we got a major issue with the cockpit. The cockpit's just way too small. I feel like we can't fit a whole lot in there. As far as the inside, same kind of deal. We don't really have a lot of room. And not to mention, this requires me to come all the way back to here to get in. And we're immediately greeted with this elevator. So things in here need to be rearranged a little bit before I like finalize it. I don't mind that setup at all back here. We do need to do something about it. To to make it a little more interesting. And actually, I have a little bit of a thought. There we go. So we could do like this here. Something like that, and then we'd have to use a different block here. Probably this one. Yeah, yeah, we could do something like that. Give it some interesting shapes. And then I feel like just because we've got, yeah, hold on, just to make the point across on that. And that way it's just not flat, and it does have a little bit of shape going on to it. And it is a little bit protected. Yeah, not terribly protected, but it is protected. We could even put like some rust right there or something. And then one of the other, God, excuse me. One of the other things I was really wanting to do was this. I don't know why. Ever since I first saw this, I've been in love with having grates on top of engines. Thrusters, that is. Let's not. What? How did I manage to hit? Like there, and whoa! Hi. Nope. Yeah, again, I don't really know why I like that. There's something about having the covers on thrusters that I think looks really good. We're not going to do that in there because obviously with some of the shaping we can't do that. Maybe if I had planned ahead a little bit better, we could do that and make it look a little bit better and everything, but as of right now, we can't. We could potentially like do more with these guys as far as stuff around and on the sides and everything, but yeah, I don't know. It almost looks like an elephant. I can't unsee it now. It almost looks like an elephant. One thing I would like to do. Not the full block. Oh, right, we got there. These can also be painted like that. I feel like we should do something with these. We got a little bit extra space there. Not really sure what. Something. I also feel like we didn't really leave ourselves much room for any kind of decal pieces. Like maybe some along here. Depending on how we actually end up shaping the cockpit, maybe we can do some stuff there. And what I mean by that is like using these various pieces. We didn't really give ourselves any kind of flat surface that we can really use them on. I mean, maybe I can put a few of these intakes there, but the intakes are they're funky to me. These are intakes for like ships in the atmosphere, not for in space. So when I see these on a spaceship, I'm just like, really? It just it's one of those things that kind of bugs me because I'm like, that's not. They don't look right on a spaceship. Um, that's just my personal opinion, though. Like, I'm sure there's other people that disagree with me profoundly on that. And there's probably a ton of people out there right now that really disagree with me on a lot of things. But there's stuff that I said that, I kind of stand by. And it needed to be said. Because I don't feel like the person I was talking about really is that good. It's also one of those things where, like, whoop-de-doo. It's not like I'm ever going to be part of that crew anyway. I'm trying to think, can we add these anywhere? Like, well, we can mount them on. Can we mount them on there? Let me see. No, go there. I'm pretty sure we could attach those to there, but it wouldn't make sense. If I could stick these on the inside of there, it'd make a lot more sense, but I can't. Because, again, we didn't make these big enough. And this is just kind of a shape that I wanted to experiment with, and I really wanted to try and replicate that I've seen on other ships. As far as this, like, area here, I was trying to give it some interest, like give it a shape, not just flat. There's obviously some other things I could do, like change these to I don't know, any of the circle shapes. So any stuff like this, I could use that on these inner shapes and like really detail it in terms of the shape orientation of everything. However, I was just kind of like, you know what, we're just gonna go with it for now because I've not really experimented with this and I just want to kind of do something. And also I was thinking about having a pipe running through here and like connecting up to the engines right in the middle. That's why we took out the middle section, is because I was like, let's have a pipe that runs around through all this. And even maybe some more. I mean, obviously I can't put it in there, but I can, if I space these out, have it running in between it. It's something that maybe we'll do eventually. I could even put another one like right here. Like just have a 3 little bin section right here. Though we're not going to use steel for that. use carbon, kind of take a little bit of pressure off of our CPU as far as building blocks are concerned. So we can do like that, and then something like this. Maybe this. I don't know, come up to here maybe, and obviously what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of showing. This is going to be like super horrible looking at the moment. I'm just kind of demonstrating what I could do with it. But that was my thought, is I want to add some piping in here somehow. As of right now, I don't have any real ideas on what the piping would look like and how it would go and everything. And I would like to have it like different, like both sections should be slightly different. That way it kind of counterbalances the symmetry of everything, and we just make some interesting things going on. Like I could put another pipe over here, potentially in this little section here. I could put one. I think I might be able to squeeze one in this forest section. I'm not really sure if it's going to get in the way of the guns, though. I mean, technically it would be in the way, so I might be able to put something here. I could even put something else right there, like, no, probably not that one. That's a little bit too big. Like something like that there. I don't know. I probably could put some of these like right down the nose. Potentially. Another thing I would like to do is, because we would be spacewalking from the uh, the solitude out to this thing, I would like to have another entrance that's a little bit easier to get in and out of this thing. Because right now, in order for me to get in and out of it, I'd have to go all the way back here, come to here, and then come in. And even then, this whole area is kind of not ideal. I may have to rethink the boarding ramp and put something else in and figure out where I can and can't come in. Because obviously these are going to be... The generators are going to be putting off a lot of heat, so I wouldn't want to enter right there. This is an explosion waiting to happen here. I don't... We kind of limited ourselves in terms of size. This thing is absolutely tiny. That is really surprising of me. Surprising to me. Like, we are just barely underneath the size 1. We're at 0.91 of size 1. That's surprising, because when you look at it from the outside, it seems much bigger. It seems closer in size to the Solitude, but the Solitude's almost double what this is. I've still got to figure out everything up here. And again, for the 100th time, I am not happy with this. This is way too small. Oh, we don't have a ventilator in here either. We gotta sneak a ventilator in here somewhere. Also, another habit that I've noticed that I've started doing is there's not a whole lot of windows. You can't really see out of these. They're completely enclosed. The only window is the cockpit. I've got to get... Oh, right. I never did fix this. I forgot. There's a flaw in the design. I'm glad I haven't uploaded version 2 yet. I'm not entirely sure this is going to be the Democles, though. This... We may have to go and refine it a little bit more. I would like a little bit more space in the cockpit, so that's potentially expanding this area out, which means expanding out this section here, making it wider, and limiting how long these connecting bars, connecting things are. And it does look like an elephant. I can't unsee it. It looks like an elephant. I do like this. This does not bug me as much. As far as being able to expand this, well, uh, we didn't really build it in mind for expanding. We're just building to try to build stuff mostly, get used to it, get used to block shapes and all that. The more you build, the better you get. I know I've been ranting about it for a little while as far as like what I'm going to do, and I haven't done much. Really, honestly, I'm trying to segue into saying that's all for today. We're going to get off. We're going to go touch some grass. We're going to go take care of the puppies because the puppies are probably wanting to go out by now. It has been about 4 hours, which is a little bit long. So I need to go take care of them. So yeah, guys. I will see you in the next stream or the next video, whichever way you're watching this. Though I am noticing I'm not getting very many views, so you know, whatever. It's growing pains. We're not being watched. We're still kind of growing. Yeah, we got a long way to go before we're any form of notable in any community. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of this, and I'll catch you guys later. So until then, live life, love, laugh, and eat cinnamon rolls.